Hello again. Right, I logged it off and started again because it was at that point where it made sense to turn it off and turn it back on again because it had been on for 2 hours. And I think sometimes it needs to be turned off and turned on again because it gets funny. It's like, no, I don't like it. Now, I need that button up. 32 million. We're at 32 million. So I was a little... Apparently it didn't save it exactly where we left off. I didn't press the save button. Because it auto-saves, apparently. But, it's alright. Where are we on terms of tachyons? 43 billion. I don't know that I want to press this button, honestly. I kind of don't want to. It took us so long to get there. But I'm sure it'll be fine, right? Right, we're 2,400 ticks. No, 2,000. So we're 1,600 ticks away. Ooh, I can press this button again. Blink. Blink. That was silly. I just wasted all of our titanium. I was going to get a prestigium. I can't get a prestigium now. Oh, we needed 2,000 titanium. I mean, it'll be fine. We'll be able to get a prestigium as soon as I click this button. This button will give us enough titanium. We should probably... I mean, I'm not spending that. It's just not worth it. We've got 11 million iron. How much iron do we actually need? 800,000. We can't afford to do this. I want to get up to 30. I just don't think we could afford it. It's like I'd like to push that some more as well. Like 6.5% chance. But it's so expensive. Right? Like it's so very expensive. That's weird. My recording software seems to be not showing me details. It doesn't actually matter. It's on the far side of the map. The screen. It's like a map. It's similar. It's very different. It's very different. Be quiet. I'm an idiot. Idiot girl does idiot things. Right, so, yes. I could spend 5 million on that. Because it's going to take us a while to get from there to 2,000, right? Will it take us as long? And an extra 5,000, yeah, let's do it. An extra 5,000 isn't bad, right? And then I just press this button some more. Because that's what we were doing last time. So last time I was blethering on about all sorts of nonsense. And that may or may not have been interesting to you. I'd love to find out if you found any of that interesting or if you just found it nonsense. Honestly, both are perfectly acceptable answers as far as I'm concerned. So yeah. I'm thinking maybe I depending on how many episodes end up being in this series, it might be fun to do like every day in June. And by the time you're watching this, you'll know what I made the decision of. But I could like make June Space Month and just do every episode of this one day in June. It depends how many episodes it ends up being, I suppose. Because we're already at this is episode 12, I think, which is quite a lot already. But I'm stubborn, and I'm curious as to whether or not we can achieve the goal of at least, I mean, 13 billion light years, right? And we've travelled 1,400. So not many. It's not many light years. We haven't travelled very far, is what I'm saying. And that's not great, if I'm honest. 1,000 light years is not very far compared to 13 billion. But 13 billion compared to getting to the moon, I would say we're probably halfway through the game, if I'm honest. Halfway through. I mean, that seems like a massive amount of progress, and yet it feels like we haven't gone very far, because if we have a look on here, we're only 20% out of our stellar neighbourhood. And it feels like, as I said, I think we've got at least another 10 unlocks to go. Right, that's what this space is all about, I'm sure. I don't know for sure. It could only be 8. It might be none. I think it's more. But we're 20% of the way through, so that's good. And we are further away from wherever this one, Hades Gamma? No, Helix Nebula. So we're further away from the Helix Nebula than we are close to it. Right? that's closer to the sun than we are to it. Madness. Right, so we're 532 million. My eyes are going funny looking at all these very small numbers. I should get a bigger monitor. Like I said, I should put it up on my projector. So have you seen any good films recently? I watched, what was it called? Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. I was a big fan of the anime, so I watched that recently. That was alright. Outside of that, what have I watched? I don't know. I've watched quite a lot of Christopher Odd and Marbazir and a guy called Hillholm. I watch a lot of gaming stuff in the background when I'm cooking and doing other bits, like when I'm using the exercise bike or the rowing machine or doing calisthenics, just to have something on in the background while I do things. It's a nice way of sort of relaxing into what I'm doing so I can focus more on what I'm doing and having stimulation. I did tell you I need plenty of stuff going on. Like I have to have music on, and you know, I'm consistently doing stuff. Weirdly, I'm not particularly a nervous person, but I'm always doing things. Normally 2 or 3 things at once. And normally it's a recipe for disaster, but somehow it seems to always work out well in terms of me being able to do what I need to do. Or at least that's the way I've seen it, anyway. I wanted to check something. This one. No, not this one. This one. That wasn't quite what I was looking for, though. I was looking to see this, which is, so out of 65,000, I can't read it very well on that page. Well, we were at 48,000 at the beginning of last episode, so that's not going up any quicker. Disappointing. I was hoping that would start to scale more. It's not scaling, and that is disappointing. I'm going to buy a booster. I'm not going to buy a booster, I can't afford it. Why can't I afford it? 1.7 billion silicone, that's why I can't afford it. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's probably a good idea, because if I buy one, it's going to do nothing but cause me trouble and consternation, because I won't have enough aluminium, and I'm going to QQ about it again. And I suppose I would have had that coming, to be fair. That would have been my own fault. Which is, like, I suppose marginally irritating. Yeah. So what do you think about spiders? I'm not sure I agree with spiders. And when I say agree with them, let me clarify, right? I don't trust them. I think they're weird, right? I don't know about you. Have you ever been in a shower and seen a little spider up in the corner, like a tiny little spid? I mean, it might be a big spid, depending on how you define it, right? But like, I don't know, less than a 10p piece or a dime or, I don't know, a euro coin or something, right? And sitting there in the corner, and the steam goes on, and its little eyes are glistening at you. Not all of them, but more than it needs to. Right? Like 8 eyes, it could be looking at the whole room, but it's not, because of the way its eyes are glistening at you. You can tell. It's eyeing you up. Now the thing is, right, spiders, much like every other creature, there are only really 3 motivations on a sort of instinctive level, right? We don't know how clever spiders are, but on an instinctive level, we know you're either food, you are, shall we say, an adult playmate, or you're there for a scrap. You're going to fight, right? It's the 3 Fs. I'm sure you can work out what food, fight, or, you know, it rhymes with duck. And the question is which one of those 3 is it? Because I'm way too big to be food, right? If it's looking at me going, I could eat you, actually, I could eat you. They haven't invented fridges yet. It's a waste. Surely it knows that there's no way it can eat me and have me as food for its entire life, because I'd go off, right? You can't wrap me. I'm not like a fly where you can. It comes in its own sort of packaging. I go rotten. It'd be useless to a spider, right? And it can't. It must realise it can't beat me in a fight, right? Because I mean, it can fight me. Don't get me wrong. but it's going to die as well. There's no way the spider comes out of that alive, right? It can bite me, and unless I'm asleep, I'm going to kill that spider. I don't want to kill it, but if it's trying to bite me, I definitely will, right? Like, if it's you or me, spider, it's always going to be me, not you, right? That's my attitude. So it only leaves option number 3, in my head anyway, which means the spider's eyeing me up because I'm naked in the shower, and it's thinking, I like that, which obviously is weird because I've seen me naked. Nobody needs to see that nonsense, right? And so if it's eyeing me up while I'm in the shower, what on earth's going on? So therefore, I've come to the conclusion it's one of two things. Either spiders don't really care who they sleep with, or they're perverts. They get off on it. Either one, weird. So I'm not into spiders. I don't trust them. They're all scurrying around. No wonder they scurry. They think they've seen you in the shower one too many times. It's those little cracks. So I've just noticed. I mean, I've always known it's there. I just don't think about it very often. But underneath where my fridge freezer is, there's a little vent, and it's big enough for like reasonable sized spiders to climb through. And I wonder how many of them are in there overnight, eyeing me while I sleep. Because I generally sleep in my front room because I forget to go to bed. It's not because I don't want to go to bed. It's normally because I'm busy doing things. And then suddenly, it's weird, right? Spiders. I don't see many spiders in my house, probably because, I escort them off the premises because I think they're all perverts. But, that might just be me. I don't know. Tell me if you agree. Or if I'm just, alright. Before you say anything, yes, I am slightly mental. Because, if my default position is spiders are perverted, right? And I'll be honest, it is my default position, spiders are perverts. It's a weird position to take, I'll grant you. But I think it's right. And you can't prove me up. You can't tell me wrong. I mean, you can. You can tell me, no, I'm completely wrong. What it is they're trying to work out whether or not I'm going to kill them. Which, if they knew me, they would know that that's not my thing, right? Having said that, they're the ones watching me in my sleep. I don't go around spying on spiders. All that happens is I go, there's a spider in my house. I should probably remove it from the house. I'm not like, you know what I should do? Stomp on it. Although, honestly, some of them, they have it coming, right? I remember my ex was in the shower, got out the shower, went to dry themselves off with the towel, opened the towel out, and this spider just jumped at them. Now, to be fair, if I was chilling inside a towel and somebody 1,000 times bigger than me disturbed me, I'd probably have a go at them. Because I'm probably trying to have a nice warm, it was a heated towel rail. They're probably trying to have a nice warm sort of rest, right? It's all snug and cozy inside the towel. The towel's big enough to be, I would imagine imagine a towel the size of your house that you could get in. And it's all nice and warm and cozy. Who wouldn't want to chill out in there? Somebody disturbs you, you're probably going to have a go. But it's still a spider. What's it going to do? It'll bite you and then you stamp on it, right? That'll learn it. And then you have to go see the doctor. But I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. I think they have plans. And honestly, provided that they are, shall we say, solitary creatures, they don't work in teams, then we're fine. Because I've seen there in Africa, right, they have teams of spiders that do social work. I don't mean care for each other's kids. They build webs that span across entire lakes. Right? I'm not into it. It's clever. It's good. Spiders that have got past their aversion to hanging out with each other. But that can only lead to one thing. Rebellion. And I'm not into it. It's like chickens, right? Chickens outnumber humans by a vast quantity. And they're bipedal. If they ever worked out how to work together, we'd be in a lot of trouble. I mean, if it's not for the war crimes of eating their children, I don't know what it would be for, right? Apparently, you're getting the unhinged Chrissy, the one that is obsessed with things like chicken war crimes and organised social structures within spider communities. Because think about what ants can do when they work together, right? They build cities, right, with air conditioning and farming and all sorts of nonsense, right? And alright, they're all hypnotised by the perfume of the Queen, because apparently she smells just exquisite. So that's the thing, right? But spiders don't work that way. And I'm grateful, because if they did, I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I mean, don't imagine. It'd be horrific. I mean, like, fortunately, I'm not imagining. I'm talking about it, but my brain is sort of inert when it comes to the visual representation of it, of the idea in my head, which is nice. Apparently, that was a one-time buy. Who knew? So wait, if I do this, our water gathering goes up, right? Does it? Does it? Wait, where was it? Where was it? That page? Yeah. Okay, so not a lot at the moment, but it will get better. We are nearly there. We're nearly there. So I'm just going to press this button and see what happens if I do it this way. Oh, I wonder if it's this current damage that it says on the rock. And then I'll switch back, because I'm still hoping we can get this done sometime in the next century. It didn't make a lot of difference, right? Water gains from mining asteroids added to your passive water per second. Well, I did that, and it didn't make any difference. Oh, I see. So it says 461 because we're at 461. And if I go to there, and I go back to here, got ya. So that's a way of got ya. Okay, so when we're on this mode, we can get extra, and when we're on that mode, we can't. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't make a big difference, if I'm honest. I mean, it makes a difference, but not a big difference. Honestly, this episode is getting way more esoteric the longer I play. Like, I'm talking about some really strange things. And I'm not sure why. I mean, I am sure why. It's because I'm a bit strange, I presume. That's the real reason behind it all. Because I do talk a lot of nonsense. Right, I'm going to press the button. Are you ready? Steady. Boink. That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Hang on. That says we gain 12,900,000. We gain 13 million, right? Oh wait, hang on. We've still got 6 billion left. Oh, we were well over the limit. Right, hang on. Let's have a look now. Big speed gains. Doesn't feel like big speed gains to me. Feels like very little speed gains. What did this actually do? It was this one, right? Further improve big asteroid speed gain. I mean, okay, hang on. I'll press this button, and now let's see. I mean, okay, that's going up much quicker now. It's going up much quicker. Look at how quick our speed is going up. Like that's crazy speed up. They weren't kidding when they said it's making our speed go up. I mean, should we push it to 30? Like 30,000? Because it's so quick by comparison. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to do it, I think. Because why wouldn't I? We're still waiting for the titanium, after all. There you go. Right. Let's move that back to there. Let's press Prestigium. We're up to 1.6 the speed. Look at that. 36,000 astronomical. We're half of a light year per second. Now, I wonder how that's going to affect this bit. That's significantly increased our speed, because you can see the difference of turnover of this rate. Now if I press this button too, go back to here, and it makes basically no difference. But were I to do this now, look how much quicker we go up in speed now. It's amazing. Oh, we're on a Guns N' Roses hit apparently from the stereo. This is this must be from Appetite for Destruction, right? Surely. Yeah, it's Night Train. I'm sure I was listening to that a minute ago, though, unless it's being funny. Well, I've skipped it because I got bored. I want to try and get to 1 light year a second. I'm going to turn it back in a minute, but once we get to 600,000 maybe. Speed, current damage. Right. We're getting quite a lot of bonus speed from the asteroid bonus, but it's not as much as I thought we'd end up getting. Right, I thought we'd need more. There we go. Right, I'm going to switch it back over because I definitely want to keep pumping into here. We've got lots of iron. I haven't got a lot of aluminium, but I'm going to do that. I think I'll do that a couple of times. That'll do. 30. 30 is better. Well, is it? I mean, it's enough, right? We're using a lot of energy anyway. I'll just press that button a bit. And let's have a look here. We're nearly there on that one. That's nice. I do want to press that button, but I'm not going to. Press that. This is getting, I mean, that's going up quicker, right? Which is nice, because we keep pressing this button. Still taking ages, though. This bit's the bit that takes forever. We can't do anything because it's 4 billion silicone. We're getting plenty of energy from there, which causes this one to be, look at the amount of energy we're producing, 2 million. Like, we've got so much more energy than we have at optimal. We have enough excess. Honestly, that would be quite a nice counter for this button, like a different button, like in between here. So energy efficiency, in between optimal and current, like current energy, optimal energy, energy differential or energy difference, so that we could see how much spare we have to play with. That'd be nice, I think, personally, because we have so much energy floating about. Yeah, that's going to be not this episode or the next episode. I reckon it's going to be a while away. It's got that feeling to it. This is only 55,000, but we'll see. Because, yeah, 23 minutes in already. Can you believe it? But we're nearly at the point where I can press the button. I want to press the button. I want to. It'll be cool. Or it won't. It's hard to tell. It'll be a button press. That's what I can tell you. We're not going to get another prestigium. Prestigium. I keep wanting to say prestidigitation, but that's not what it is. It's a prestigium. Because prestigium would put us to, ooh, I can get some more bonus on that for no reason whatsoever. Like another prestigium will put us to 1.9 bonus speed, and we're already at 1.9 bonus speed due to our boosters. Because I do not value the amount of iron that we have coming in. I think we have so much iron coming in, it's not important. It's the aluminium I want more of. And I can't increase the chances of getting more aluminium, sadly. We have so much iron coming in. I wish there was a better way of getting aluminium and whatever it's called. There is another thing that I can't remember the name of, but I wish we could get it, but we can't, so I'm not going to be able to. That was a redundant statement. Silicon and aluminium are the things we need more of, and we can't at the moment, and it's disappointing. We're up to 517. That's nice. So how are we now? We're at 15 billion already. I mean, that's going up quite rapidly, right? That is going up very quickly. I'm quite pleased about that. I mean, this is going up very slowly on this page. Doesn't actually matter though, does it? Let's be honest. Hang on, wait. Prestigium requires 40 million water. We have 240 million water. It's not going up a lot, is it? I might need to increase this a bit. 50 million, well, I suppose. There you go. Get up to 600. That's fine, right? It's not a lot more, but it's more. I just don't want to take it much further up because well, I suppose we could, couldn't we? There you go. Right, that's quite a lot of water used, right? Sorry, silicon. We've gone from 2 billion down to 600 million and something. But, doink. There we go, right? That was good. Now, ooh, actually, get one of those because that's useful to us. There we go. That's good. 1600 extra. I'm not spending any more titanium for the moment. Because we're a long way away from where I'd like to be for our next thing. Although, look at that. We are nearly at 75% of the way to 2.3 million pumped. Which means it's going to be another while before we get there. So what's this one? 1 billion something or another. Well, we're already at 2 billion. That's 19 million. We have 12. And yeah, so honestly, getting another booster is kind of feasible, but I don't think we need it, realistically. What I'd like to do is click on this button, go into here, and then increase our speed some more. Because it'd be funny. But that's not going to work for us, is it? Because, you know, realistically, how's that really going to benefit us in the long term? I don't know that it is, if I'm honest. Like, this is such small gains. Like, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 45 clicks, 45 ticks to get us 1 astronomical unit a second this way, right? Right, which isn't great. Whereas doing this and then doing this, look how many extra astronomical units per second we get. It's silly speeds. But it does stop that from going up. I wish there was a way of doing both. I'll be honest, it would be my dream goal. If we could do it, that would be how I would choose to do it. Because, honestly, it would be much better. Much better. However, that's not how the game works. Because apparently we need 4.5 billion, well, 4.2 billion silicon. Ironically, that's going to be less of an issue than it is to get the aluminium at this rate. But now we're getting prestigium. Is it worth it? Like, our speed is going up, like, slowly, but shallowly. So where are we? We're at 21 billion already. So we've still got a long way to go before we're even at 1% of the amount we need. It's like 500 billion or something. How much was this? Oh no, 500 quadrillion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 500 quadrillion. It's gonna be a minute. I don't think we're gonna get there anytime soon. Honestly, as soon as we get wherever it. Nothing new there, right? Not this one. This one. No, not that one either. I've lost the page. Brain's gone numb. No, it's not this one. I don't know which page it's on. This one. As soon as we get to here, right, we can start taking advantages of other things, right, which is this one, because we would unlock the hyperdrive skill. And that's what I want. I want us to be at the hyperdrive skill, because that'd be awesome. It's just so far away. I mean, no pun intended, considering how far away we are. Yeah, we have a long way to go. And soon we're going to have to start upgrading our hydrogen, right? This is at 87,500. And we can only store 120,000. It's not ideal. But this is slowly ticking up. We're nearly at 56,500 of one of them. This one's lower. They both need to be at 65,000. That's fine. Actually, when does this one tick up again? In 250 rad resistance. Oh, and the heat resistance is actually getting to the point where that's starting to catch where we are. That's interesting. And we're nearly there too as well, which is fun, because this one goes up much quicker than the others, which is annoying. And this is, ooh, message from me, sir. That took me by surprise. I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. It's because somebody sent me a text earlier, and while I was recording, I ignored it, because obviously I did. Who wouldn't? Well, I think by the time that gets to 2,000, this will be at 35 million, which means I can get another one of these prestigiums made. I mean, it kind of feels like, at the moment, I don't know that it's true, but it feels like we've completed the game. We definitely haven't, because you're 0.0% of the way out of the observable universe. We're a third of the way out of our stellar neighbourhood. So silly, right? For 800 astronomical units compared to our 49,000. It's like 2%, it's tiny. But it's good, it's good. Yeah. So how do you find new music? When you go to find new music, how do you find it? I mean, obviously, it's like, how do you find yourself this morning? Well, you know, I just rolled back the covers and there I was. It's a very different thing, right? Like, sometimes I get recommendations from friends, right? And they're like, oh, you'll love this song, and I didn't. And then other times they'll be like, oh, you love this song, and it was amazing. It's quite surprising. And the thing is some people who you think you can rely on because they've given you solid intel before about a piece of music, get it completely wrong the next time. And then there's others who you think, they keep recommending me trash, but they are my friend, I'm going to check it out. And then you listen to it and you're like, oh, actually that was quite good. Turns out, who knew, right? And that's a thing, right? I'm going to press this button some more. Let's get ourselves back up to 35 million, or at least try. You know, I've never been able to work out why some people are better at suggesting music than others, and why sometimes it can be so hit and miss with people who are normally good at it. I also use YouTube to select some music for me occasionally, but I think YouTube's drunk, honestly. When I let the algorithm pick music, I'm pretty sure it's drunk, because it will recommend me most of the time stuff that I don't like. It's like, I've listened to a whole load of stuff, and I've got YouTube Premium, right? So So I press the thumbs up button, or I don't generally press the thumbs down button. What I do is I go, never play me this song again, I don't like it, which is a function that you can do, right? And it then goes, oh, you didn't like that one? How about this one from the same artist? And it's like, really? I mean, I know you're not to know, but, you know, that'd be like me saying, do not ever play me Rocket Man by Elton John, and then playing me Rocket Man cover by Elton John and somebody else. And I'm like, I didn't like it at all. You know, or whatever, you know, like there was a Dua Lipa and Elton John did a cover of Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. I've never hated a song so much that I normally like, apart from maybe that one, Under the Bridge, by that girl band I was talking about in the last episode. Like, it just seemed wrong on all levels ever. And I felt a little bit betrayed by Metallica for letting them do it. Like, now I'm not sure about Dua Lipa. I don't listen to enough of her music to be able to make an informed opinion. I do know about Elton John, right? And what I know about Elton John is the further he is away from my ears, the better, right? You'll get this, right? And I'm not going to blether on about how much I dislike Elton John, except for to tell you, again, I really dislike Elton John's music. I've never met the guy. He's probably perfectly lovely. He's probably an absolute gentleman or something. I don't know. But I don't like his music. I've never liked his music, and I'm never going to, as far as I can tell, unless, I don't know, maybe I have a TBI and all of my opinions change. But in the whole time I've been alive, I've been living this entire life, and not once have I gone, oh, do you know what? I want to listen to that again. I'm normally like, what the hell is this garbage on the radio? Can you turn it off? Please. And if they say no, I probably leave, right? It has a physical response in me that just, you know, for me it's like nails on a chalkboard, I suppose. It's the best way to get me to leave a party, I suppose. Oh, Chrissy's here, quick, put the Elton John on. She'll leave immediately, right? That's the way to do it. It's the way to do it, I tell you. Yes, so there you are, right? That's a glimpse into the mind of an Elton John enjoyer or something. This, on the other hand, is really good. What's it called? This is apparently this is Preventing Accidental Operations. No, that can't be right. So, Anyone But Me by Joy somebody or another. Joy Crooks, Anyone But Me. Right, absolute banger. Right, very soulful. Right, definitely check that out. That's worth it. It's got some real like peak vibes to it. Apparently, it was recorded live in lockdown. The version that I was listening to, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Whereas now, I'm listening to Metallica again. The shuffle play on the 1,500 whatever it is playlist of music. It's jarring, but it's entertaining for my brain. Is this the house that Jack built? Offload. It sounds like it could be. I don't know. No, it's Ronnie, an even better song. The problem is I know so many songs by Metallica that I can't always tell you which song they are until the lyrics kick in. And it's not loud enough that I can really hear the lyrics. But it's still in the intro. I should have guessed because it's still in the intro. It's Ronnie. Ronnie's probably their best song, Offload, according to all the guitarists I know. And it's a banger of a track, right? It's an absolute banger. I love it. Load, a very underrated album by Metallica, in my opinion. I think it was really good. But because they had changed the lineup between the Black Album and Load, lots of people weren't on board with it. And I get ya, right? People change somebody in a band and it doesn't sound quite the same. But this was an absolute belter of an album. And they toured it as well. And, just what a live show back then. Like, what was that, 1997, 96? Whew. Those were the days of watching Metallica. I'm not going to sing along to this. I mean, I would, but I don't know that you'd appreciate it, if I'm honest with you. Like, there are things, I tell you. This is not entertaining me, I'll be honest. Like, I'm happy just waffling on with you, and honestly, this is more about, like, me blethering for the sake of blethering at this point, but I'm not pressing that button. I want to get to 35 million so I can press this button one more time. And we have 40 minutes in, so 20 more minutes. Ooh, 39%. We're getting there. We are speeding up, I tell you. I can't do that. And I can't do this. I want to do both. I could do this. Actually, I could do quite a lot of that. I could get 10 of those, I think. Or at least 5. Sorry, 5 of those. That's what I was thinking, not 10. 10 would be way too many. I had just caught myself. I was about to start singing. Ooh, I can press this button. Fantastic. 2.1 million. How much are we on? Not enough to be able to double it yet. Nearly though. I could nearly double it. I can nearly press that button. Right, now I reckon if I press the button, right, we're at 25 million per second, right? 36 billion. I mean, we're getting faster, right? Because the tachyons translate somewhere. Where is no. Yeah, add 1% of tachyon particles to speed, right? But 36 billion means that we're at, what, 261, right? So it's slow, right? Let's not kid ourselves. But we're nearly at 1 light year per second, right? Which is silly fast. It is going up much quick. Ever since we started getting Prestigium. Prestigium's very expensive, but we're at a point now where, you know, resources are less difficult to come by at the moment, anyway. Oh yeah, this is such a tune. Ronnie, oh what a tune. I always forget how much I enjoy this album. I'm not going to listen to the whole album because what will happen is I will just start singing the whole song to you, and then you'll be like, can you shut up, my ears are bleeding. Or you won't. I mean, there is a chance that you won't, but I'm telling this to myself more than I am saying it to you in order to stop me from singing along to every single song, because some of them I can sing. I can. Others, since I broke my voice, I definitely can't, and I'm not sure that anybody needs to hear that. I remember, so I used to live with the guitarist. He's a very good guitarist, exceptionally good, right? And he used to sit in the front room, practicing his guitar, and Ronnie was one of the ones that he used to try and get. There's a certain couple of licks to it that he was trying to get just so, because it's not as easy as it seems. Oh, my phone's going off. It's telling me what time it is again. I mean, it often tells me what time it is again. It's kind of because it's got a clock on the front, and I keep setting alarms. I mean, it's not really a surprise, right? Phones are going to tell you the time if you set alarms. Now, where are we? We're Jurassic 5. Have you ever heard of Jurassic 5? I've definitely talked about them before. They're like a East Coast hip-hop band from like New York and New Jersey. Absolutely amazing. I've seen them live. They're brilliant. You should definitely go see them. If they tour, I don't know. I met some of them. They were very nice people. I think I even had a photo taken with one of them, which has been lost to the ether because the person who took the photo doesn't talk to me anymore and never bothered to send it to me, which was a thing. But what are you going to do, right? Nah, I don't mind. Honestly, I don't care. Right, oh, hang on. I can buy some more of this, I think. Yee. We don't need to worry about it too much. Where were we? This one, right? This one. It's got to be that one. I was thinking about getting a running machine. I used to do long marches with very heavy backpacks, right? And funnily enough, I kept very fit doing it. I'm less fit now, and I think it might be worthwhile me getting a running machine to sort of build myself up to weighted marches again. And it's not because I'm worried about the world going to war or anything. I don't want to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like to be ready if the world went to war for me to be able to fight if I needed to. I'm old enough now that I don't think I'm going to get drafted. But it's not about that. It's about personal maintenance. I like to be, I suppose, ready for anything. Ready or not, here I come, as they say, in the Fugees. There's another good band. I haven't seen them live. I'd like to see the Fugees live. They were quite good. But if I remember correctly, Lauryn Hill was a member of that band, and she doesn't really like the indigenous population of Britain. There was a big feud between her and Eminem, if I remember correctly, because she said that she would rather white people didn't buy her music or something. I mean, honestly, nobody is white. Most of us are kind of pink or brown. I don't know what her problem is. She's got a problem with Eskimos, very, very cold people and anemics and whatnot. It's just rude. Albinos. She doesn't like albinos. It must be albinos that she doesn't like, which I think is mean. Just because they've got red eyes doesn't. I think it makes them look a bit cool. They're different. They can't have hair dye. It's unfortunate. Imagine red eyes, blue hair, white skin. It's a look, right? They are a walking embodiment of the British, American, and Australian flag. How could you not love it, right? Now, I mean, I could be making this all up from misremembered history of hip hop feuds or rap feuds or whatever, but the Fugees, great artists. Their music is fantastic. Now, there's a question, right? Can you separate the art from the artists? There's words about Michael Jackson that the people say, right? Now, I wasn't there. I don't know. It's possible. The guy was touching himself while talking about his pet rat in a song when he was 9 or something. It was a big joke in the 80s. He's a child. He's singing about his pet rat in the 70s when he's 8 or 9 years old. So the joke was from the 80s, but the song was from the 70s, I think. Jackson 5, right? And he sings a song about his pet rat, and he is apparently putting his hands where, realistically children probably shouldn't, right? But we're nearly at one. Right, I'm going to do the thing. I wasn't going to do the thing, but I'm going to do the thing because I want to get it. Look how fast that's going up. But if we get to 65, for example, 1 light year per second, now we're getting somewhere. I mean, we were getting somewhere anyway, but right, that'll do. I just wanted to get us over a target, right? Oh, no. Wait, that's not right. Don't do that. Oh, I see. I see how it is. You want to play like that, do you, game? Well, I'll get us to 1.07. Just so that I'm happy. There. I'm happy now. I'm not. Because we've only got 50 billion. I mean, it took us forever to get to 50 billion last time, and now we're at 50 billion with no real effort. Which is good, because we've still got to get to 500 quadrillion. Yeah, because it is. I'm going to have to do this without pressing the thing, but that's 1,000 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, right? So 500 quadrillion is quite a lot. And we have billion, so we are 1 million times away. No, we're 10 million times away from our target, but we're now at 1 light year per second. Let's see what it does to the number. I mean, it's going up. It's not going up very quickly, though, is it? I was hoping it'd go up more. And maybe that's me being delusional, but I really thought it would go up faster than that. But it shows you how big our local neighbourhood is in the stellar, like cosmological sense, right? Because our solar system is here, and one astronomical unit is from the Earth to the Sun, right? And we are currently 3,250, let's say, for argument's sake, light years away from here. Which is a long way. That's a lot of miles. A lot of miles. Like 1,000 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, unit that comes after quadrillion, which I don't know. Gajillion? I don't know. That's definitely not the right term. But I'm going to pretend it is. I'm not. Like I said, it's not the right term. I can press the button there. So is this going up any quicker now? Doesn't look like it, does it? That's the annoying... 2. This is going up by 8, right? This is going up by 2. These don't care. They give zero damns about our increase in speed or anything. Which is kind of disappointing, if I'm honest. But we're at 1.9%. 1.9 times our natural speed. And 1.6 our energy. Hang on, that means we're making... Oh no, it's not in that page, it's here. We're making... Is it here? It is there, right? Yeah, solar panels. Ultra solar panels. Why can't we have some ultra solar panels built on our spaceship? I want ultra solar panels on our spaceship, Dad. Give me some spaceship solar panels, Dad. Some ultra ones, not the normal rubbish ones. I don't want the ones that are printed in China, Dad. Right, we flew past the nebula, and you know we got ultra space fancy solar panels. I want those on the spaceship, Dad. You can't stop me. I mean, definitely can. Right. Should I spend some aluminium in here? Or should I spend some... I mean, they're not mutually exclusive, right? I can literally do this without having to worry about it. There you go, right? It's not like we need the iron that badly. Although 4 million iron at a time now. And how much iron do we need in here? 800,000. We don't need the iron. Look, we're already over again. I spent lots of iron. So we can get a couple. But we can't get 3 yet. Because it'd be nice to get to 5 of these, right? But we'd need 10 million. And it's so expensive. It's so expensive. But we've got the capacity. We have the drone capacity. I mean, surely these are going to run out at some point. These ones, right? I mean, we're at 50% nearly. Look at that, 49.52%. 49.61. Oh, it's going up by more. Look at that. It's going up by 0.2s now. Yeah, we're going much quicker. And we've nearly done 25%. Which means if we do 25% of this booster per episode, roughly. Let's assume it's 25 per episode. Then it's going to be like 3 episodes to do this, and then this, and then this. But honestly, right, hang on. We've got 120,000 of this. Right, that says 8 million, right? I don't want to spend 8 million. Dad! I don't know why I keep on referencing my titular father. Whether or not he even exists is beyond most people's conception. Because I won't tell you. I mean, I might. Like, sometimes I go and help my non-existent father out in his non-existent property, doing non-existent workman things. or I actually help my father out in his real property doing real workman things. But you'll never know. I'm going to pretend it's a non-existent father in a non-existent property because it's funnier. For all you know, it could be my mum. It could be my mum in a shed. I mean, it's probably not my mum in a shed. It's probably a dog in a cabin. It's not a disparaging remark about my mother. It's more about the fact that I used to have Labradors, and they were luxuriously pampered. They lived in a better house than we did. We lived in a shoebox. They had a luxurious mansion. We weren't allowed in because they wanted the floors all muddy, and my mum would get upset by that. They were like, "No, get out." They'd bark a lot, right? They'd be like, "Woof, woof, 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 woof," which could only mean, "Get out, you're a filthy human. You're going to try and clean up the floor." And we're like, "We don't want to eat your shit. We want to get it off the floor. We can put it on a plate for you if you'd like." You know, it's an inverted world here in Britain, I swear. Like, cats rule people, dogs rule people, people do not rule people. Right, you think the world is run by Keir Starmer and Elon Musk and Donald Trump and I don't know, Vladimir Putin. It's not. Like, Vladimir Putin's got a cat and his cat tells him what to do. I've seen the pictures. He's always grooming it and doing as it's told. When it wants food, Putin gets up and makes it food. Yeah. He's not told. He doesn't get, like, humans don't tell him what to do. His cat does. Like Keir Starmer, he's got a cat. He does what the cat tells him. He also does what his wife tells him occasionally. But she also does what the cat tells her. So do the kids. Everybody does what the cat tells them in that family. They tell the cat to do stuff and the cat just goes, "No, I refuse," and walks off, sticks his bum out at them. Like, lifts its tail up, maybe makes a fart. It doesn't care. It's a cat. Does exactly what it wants. The people who rule us are ruled by their pets. If you want to know how to influence them, make sure their pets are your friends. Because if your cat, or if their cat, wants to do what you tell it, they will do what you say. Because when you walk in a room and their cat comes to you and you go, "Hey, how you doing?" and it jumps up and it gives you all sorts of attention. And then when Vladimir Putin goes, "No, that's my cat," and you go, "Okay, well, you call the cat and see if it comes. And when the cat doesn't come, we'll know whose cat it really is." And then it'll go, "I mean, I could just kill you because of it." That blue patch is growing. Just by the way. It seems to be getting bigger. I thought we'd get more of these, but no, it seems that patch is growing bigger. It might just be me going crazy. I am talking about cats ruling the leaders of our world, but I've seen it. Yeah. I used to know a guy who was high up in the police force, and he had dogs, and he kept dogs all the time, and they would do what they wanted, and they would sometimes say to him, "All right, get me food," and he'd get up and do it. Right, they'd be like, "I'm not feeling great, can you stay home?" And he would have to, right? Didn't matter if he had work. Sometimes he had to stay home because the dog decided it wasn't feeling great, right? And I knew that dog. Sometimes it lied about whether or not it was feeling great. Yeah. I mean, now I'm starting to sound unhinged, and this is just me trying to be funny and a little bit off the wall. But I like the idea that, you know, if you make friends with the pets of whose owners allegedly run the world, and then when they try and get the dog or cat to do something, and then, you know, you ask it to do something else and it does what you want, maybe they will look at you and go, "You know, maybe I should pay more attention to what you think." And then you can turn around and go, "Have you thought about, you know, not invading other countries? Like your cat told me, it doesn't like it." And maybe they'll just stop doing it. It's an idealistic fool's point of view, but I think it's funny. It's definitely not the way the world works, because we all know it's BlackRock. And on other news, there's buttons to press. I'm sure there's buttons over here that I can press. Look, I've got all the buttons. It's got nothing to do with, I'm just talking nonsense for the sake of my own entertainment. You can't prove anything. We're up to 7.5% of chance of getting 35 titanium per tick. That's actually not bad. I don't think we're going to get to 10%, judging by how quick this goes up and how much we need stuff for it. Right, now I want to press this button, but I think we need to save titanium for the next prestigium. I'm really struggling with that word. But on that note, I'm going to do the thing where I press this button. I'm going to do this button. Oh no, I'm going to do this first. And then I'm going to do this for a bit. Because we've just hit the 1 hour mark, right? And next episode, I think we leave the local cluster. Honestly, I think that will be us out of the local cluster for good. The stellar neighbourhood, as they call it. And you watch, we'll end up in the local cluster and I'll be like, alright, my bad, it should just have been the stellar neighbourhood. I made a mistake. But, you know, look how fast we're going by comparison. We're going very fast. I mean, this isn't actually making a lot of a difference. It's going up by 10 astronomical units per second. In terms of, I mean, we're accelerating. We're 1.25 light years per second, right? Which is fast, right? It's nearly 100,000 astronomical units per second. Because the game decided it didn't want to play that game anymore, right? It was like, no more astronomical units per second for you. You were working towards a number, you got to the number and it changed. I wonder if it'll get us to parsecs. That'd be funny. Right, that's enough. Let's go back to this one. Let's have a look in here. Let's have a look in here. There's nothing we can do for either of those. They are dead to me. Now, we need 35 million of this, right? So I can press that, if I'm honest, right? We don't need to worry about that too much. And actually, I could probably press this and get some more, but I'm not going to because it's very expensive for one titanium. One titanium here is 4 million iron, and we're going to need iron. We need like 800,000 of it. It's actually not a lot by the time we get to 35 million of this, if I'm honest. So I'm going to click this button one more time. And then I'm going to bid you adieu, my good, lovely people. Thank you for joining me on this rant of wonder and confusion and nonsense. And I hope it was entertaining, at least marginally. Or if it was good enough to at least fall asleep to. Take care. Bye.